Well, here she is. Fully resealed, rebuilt head S50. We couldn't find the metal valve cover, so we used one from an S52, so it's the plastic one. The PCV system is a little different on the OBD2 valve cover, but that's okay. I think it might actually work better because I'm gonna use a catch can, so I'll just route that catch can in and then figure out where I'm gonna reroute the out section, probably vent to atmosphere. But yeah, I just picked it up today. They just finished rebuilding it. So pretty stoked. Obviously it doesn't have the oil pan on it because I had to buy the oil pan out of E34. But yeah, I am going to pull it, and then I sold my old engine stand when we sold our last house, so I bought another one. So I'll get it set up on the engine stand, and then we'll start piecing it together. I'm starting to put the long block back together. This needs to be removed to fit the E34 front sump pan. But I can't remember if these main cap or the main bolts are torque to yield or not, and I don't want to remove them, so I'm just going to cut it off. I'm just going to cut it at like the very bottom right there, and then the same on the other side, and just pull it off. That way I don't have to mess with the torque specs on the bolts and all that shit. Not that it's that big of a deal, but if they are torque to yield, there seem to be some back and forth on the internet. I don't want to risk it. I don't have new ones, so yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. I washed and cleaned the oil pan I bought. It was extremely dirty. Also, if you buy a used, well, I guess they're all going to be used at this point. If you buy an E34 oil pan for your S50, whatever 24 valve swap you're going to put in the E30, make sure you check it thoroughly, the pan and the pickup, for debris. I'm pretty sure this one was sold from an E34 that had blown up, because there were chunks in here. There weren't any chunks in the pan, but there were definitely a lot of chunks of shit in the pickup. And if I wouldn't have checked, that could have easily blown my current brand new S50. So yeah, if it's full of shit, it could starve the engine of oil, and you'll get some knock jokes coming your way. So yeah, just check this shit carefully. It's used, obviously. You don't know the condition of it. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I have a shitload more parts on the way because I was missing a bunch of stuff to even put the long block back together. Sensors, bolts, brackets, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So I went ahead and ordered that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get that little nub cut off, put the pan on, I'll flip the engine back over, and I'll make another clip. All right, so this is where we're gonna end the night off. I got the oil pan on, all sealed up, and I got the oil level, whatever fuck sensor this is. I actually got a brand new one included with the swap, so that was pretty cool. Alternators on, the power steering stuff is on. I was figuring out where the sensors go, so this is the crank sensor. That was with the swap, fortunately. Sorry about that. And then camshaft position sensor, that was came with the swap. This, I believe I need to switch out for an E30 sensor so it works on the dash. I had that coming. But yeah, this was pretty bare when I got it. I mean, you saw it. I got the coil packs on. There's already spark plugs dropped down there. These are the headers I went with. They're shorties. It's harder than I thought, but I'm looking for an E36 midsection, because what I think is going to work the easiest is if I find that midsection and use that to flange up to right here, because these are meant to work with like a factory style E36 midsection. So as long as I get the flanges, and I'll let them come down as far as they can without interfering with the E30 chassis. And then I'll cut it there and then just have a exhaust. Someone who works on exhaust, go ahead and just finish it out. I'm gonna do the here, and then it's going to, like I said, use hopefully the stock midsection flanges, come down a bit, and then it's gonna wind to one, and then it's gonna be a single 3-inch all the way back. And like I said in my previous videos, I'm using a Vibrant ultra quiet resonator. That'll be I guess my midsection. And then I'm using a Flowmaster Pro Series with a turn down. So all 3-inch should be. I listened to tried to find some sound clips with like a mixture of these two, and it should be not too loud. That's what I'm looking for. So it should be good. But yeah. Oh, I had to order this piece because I got the where is it? There it is. I got that stuck. I could not get it out. I was whacking with a sledgehammer. I took a torch to it. Anything you could think of. So I was like, I'll just cut it off. But I ended up sitting there with the cutoff wheel so long that it like melted and welded everything together. So I didn't even feel like fucking with it. So I just bought another one. This one's in much better condition, and it doesn't have the fucking bolt stuck in it. So that works. But yeah, this is where I'm calling it for tonight. We have a long way to go, but got to start somewhere. I'm kind of just doing things as I go. I don't want to do things that are going to piss me off. So I kind of I'm throwing everything together that's really easy to get on. And then I'll do the hard things slowly. But yeah, I don't think I showed you guys this in the last video. I put the picture up at the end, but I didn't take any live footage of it. So I actually touched up the engine bay and all the spots where I cut the brackets off with some of the OEM paint out of an aerosol can, and it looks pretty good. Much better than what it started with. I didn't paint the whole thing, but it's not too bad. Hold on, boy. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. I don't really have anything else. Not sure what I'm gonna do next. Probably the ZHP rack. I need to start getting that in there. Yeah, the next things I'll probably do are the ZHP rack and the Porsche 944 booster that's tucked in there. Those are two things I just need to get done and get out of my way. So not sure if I'll make a video on that. Kind of boring, and people have already made videos on it. So yeah. Anyway, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.